firearm season's almost over. I haven't been able to get out much at all yet. Amy's been out. She had a close encounter the very first day and just couldn't quite seal the deal. Finally, the other night, her persistence paid off, and she had a buck come right through, hunting on the same box blind that I'm in today. Came out of the wetlands, heading towards the patch of corn that we've got left out here, and she made a great shot. Thing ran 60 yards. Nice buck. I've only got a day and a half left to hunt, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. Now what we're setting over here is only 40 acres to work with. There's a nice cornfield, there's some hay fields, and just a little bit of woods and wetlands, not too much. Neighbors hunt like crazy all around us, so it makes it a little bit tricky to get deer living on this property. What we like to do is leave the woods and the wetland alone. We don't go into it for anything throughout the whole year, unless we absolutely have to for an emergency. We just leave it alone, never touch it. We let that kind of become their bedroom, and then we just hunt on the outskirts. I'm in a box blind, probably about 100 yards from the woods, and maybe about 100 yards from the wetlands too. And we're just waiting for these deer to come out and start feeding in the field. So we'll see if we can't get some buck action tonight, hopefully. Feels like a good night. He came out of nowhere. I'm sitting here staring at nothing. All of a sudden I look over. I couldn't even get the camera up in time. I don't know how much he's going to be on the video, but you know, I look over and he had just made it out of the wetlands right into the corn in just a matter of seconds. Luckily he was coming my direction, but he was really acting spooky, kind of nervous buck. Finally he worked his way out to the edge. And just his body language, the way he was acting, you know, usually I'd wait to try and get that right behind the shoulder shot and try and hit the vitals. But I'm shooting a 308, first time they're allowed this year in Indiana. And I had that point of the shoulder, and I just kind of had the feeling that he could bolt at any point, so I went ahead and took the shot. Looks like a pretty nice buck. I think I just shot the big one.
You just say what?
I think I just shot the big one.
Are you serious? I just drove by.
Yeah, well, when I hit him, I watched him flip backwards, and now I can't see him. I think he's just in the corn, but I've got another one loaded in. I'm just going to stay here and watch for, you know, another 30 minutes or so. We may have just doubled out of the same box blind.
Yeah, no kidding.
Maybe within probably 40 yards of each other. He looked like a really nice buck. Yeah.
You know, this is why you should leave a place for the deer to live. I know this isn't the biggest buck, but you know, he's a pretty buck, really cool buck. That's what people say when the bucks are small. He's not small, he's just not huge. But I'm thrilled to get him down to the last day and a half of season, and I finally got a chance, so I will definitely take him. And one of the coolest things is that me and Amy were both able to get our bucks out of the same blind off of the same 40 acres that's surrounded by hunters. Not huge bucks, there's bigger ones out there, but really nice bucks, and we had a great time doing it. So just keep that in mind. Make sure that when you're deciding how you're going to hunt your property, you always want to make sure and leave an area for the deer to be able to live and hunt the outskirts. Let them come out to you. If you go into where they're living, all you're going to do is push them right out into the neighbors, and they're going to shoot them. So anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week on Total Outdoor Pursuit.